took photographs from the side at a low angle like this, and then they said, look how packed Bournemouth Beach is, no social distancing. Bullshit. Firstly, they have constantly misinformed the population about that question as well. You see on the street everywhere you go in London, there are signs and they say 2 metre distance. I walked down Oxford Street just now. 2 metre distance, 2 metre distance, 2 metre distance. You cannot catch SARS-CoV-2 by walking past someone at 1 metre, at 30 centimetres, at 2 centimetres. You catch the virus by prolonged contact inside enclosed spaces with no air movement for about 15 minutes. That's the way you catch it. 99% of the cases of catching COVID-19 are like that. Except for this. There are also cases where in an enclosed environment, like the churches in South Korea, or like the meat packing plants, or the Marks and Spencer's sandwich making plant in Northampton, where 300 cases were recorded in the last 2 weeks, and yet they keep operating. Because there are certain conditions, enclosed environments, close contact, noisy machines, so you have to talk louder. In enclosed environment, the air spreads, the aerosol spreads around the room and hangs in the air for up to half an hour. And in those circumstances, you can have large-scale events of spreading. So a word of advice and a word of warning. There is almost no chance of you catching COVID-19, for example, in Hyde Park. Almost none. UV rays destroy the virus. Open air moves it around. You need a concentration of the virus, not just zero level, not just any amount of virus in a... You've all sucked in some COVID-19, but you haven't come down ill. You haven't caught the disease, COVID-19, because you need a certain viral load to catch the virus. Now, what does that mean? And why? How can I show this? Because the government's contact tracing app, what does it test for? It only tells you to isolate if you've spent 15 minutes in less than 1 metre distance with somebody. What does that tell you? It tells you if you spend 10 minutes with someone in close contact, you're not going to get it. Even if they've got it, you're not going to get it. So that's important to know. It also means this. I mean, some of you may not have had any sex for 6 months. You can have sex with a complete stranger for 10 minutes, but then stop and move on to the next one.